us today and today's workshop. We're going to try to answer all the questions that you might have as we move along. Anna will be reading the questions you put in the chat box, and I'll be trying to provide you the answers as we're moving along. And again, thank you so much. And as Anna mentioned, and I mentioned, here's just the information of the upcoming recruitment we have for Tuesday next week at 11 o'clock from RHA. And then we also have Borrowing Basics on Wednesday, March 3rd at 11 a.m. And these are some two great the recruitment and the workshop that you can attend. If you need the information, again, you can contact the Achievement Academy at sdh.org, and we can send you the link, or your work readiness specialist can also send you the link for the upcoming workshops and recruitments we have. Okay, thank you. And let me start. So today's workshop is going to be more on enhancing your skills in education, because this is very important, especially as we're moving forward, as we're looking for other opportunities. What do we have to do? Here are a few things that you will learn today. How to assess the current career and identify the opportunities that you have coming up. How to move forward using SMART goals. Where to find support and resources for whatever positions that you're looking or you're interested in and that they're coming up. This is the first one we have here, career exploration. Activities that will help you determine the right career path for you. Again, researching the field to assess the current trends and the future outlook. Finding out, for example, is there going to be a growth in the companies that you're looking at or the positions that you're interested in? What are the trends coming up, especially with the pandemic? A lot of things are going to be changing. Some of the things that we can do right now to find out what is the good or the right path for us, it can be by volunteering. You can find out if that's what you think. Sometimes we want to get a position in a different field, and we think that's something we would like. But sometimes when you volunteer, you find out more if that's a good path for you. Is it a good fit for you? Or you can also find out maybe this is not what I thought it would be. So that's why when you're volunteering, it gives you the experience and it gives you the opportunity to see what the job really is like when you're in there. The other thing that I always highly recommend is participating in informational interviews. An informational interview is not when you're looking basically for employment, it's finding out maybe of a career path that you want to take. And you can contact somebody in the agency or the organization that you're interested in and ask them to give you maybe 5-10 minutes of their time, because you want to find out a little bit more about the company. You'll be finding out what's the vision that they have, what are some of the career opportunities, what are the skills that you need if you would like to work in that agency or organization. What are they looking for? What are the technical skills that you would need? And again, this is an informational interview, so it's a lot less stress because you're not interviewing for the position. You're actually getting information so that you know what you would have to do in the future. Following companies that you're interested in social media is something that you should do also. You learn a lot about the growth of the company. Sometimes you'll find out how the company is doing financially. We can find out if it's a good place to work because you get information online. And you can use this again through social media, through LinkedIn, Facebook, or Twitter. And it's a lot of information you can get to find out if that would be a good company or you're still interested in working in that particular company like that. What positions within the field are you interested in? Or what are you looking for? Are you qualified for the positions that you're interested in? Sometimes what happens, we may be applying for positions and we might not have the qualifications, we might not have the certification or the experience the company is asking. So that's why we post this question here. Are the qualifications for the positions, do you have them? Do we have the qualifications for what we want to do for the position that we're looking to obtain and how to get there? What are your current qualifications? Are you employment ready? Maybe that means that you meet the qualifications. When you see a job description, most of the time it'll ask you and it'll highlight the required information, education, or experience that they need from you. So when you read that, what are the qualifications? What are the requirements? If you meet all the requirements and you have the experience and you also have the knowledge, you're employment ready. You go for it, you make the application, apply, and complete everything as you can. If it's a no, do you need additional education? Maybe you need a certification to be able to obtain the position that you're looking for. Maybe it's just technical skills. Again, you can get this and you can find out where to obtain the skills that you need to get the position you're looking for, or additional experience. Some companies say they want 5 years experience, or sometimes when it comes to education, when it says additional education, a lot of the job descriptions, when you look at them, they say, or if you don't have the education, but you have the years of experience, they'll also consider you. So those are the things that you're looking at. Exactly what do I need? What do I need to go to get the position that I'm interested in? What are the steps that you need to take? And those are the things we have to start thinking. And you have the time to prepare yourself and to see what are the next steps that you need to take. Now here, again, create an action plan. And the only one that can create an action plan is you. Sometimes we'll have somebody that says, oh, I don't know what to do. Okay, let me tell you, we're going to start with the SMART goals. The goals will determine what are the steps you have to take to move closer to your dream job. And remember, one of the things we have to remember is you have to be specific. You have to know what you need. Not just be guessing, but have it. Get a booklet, write down what you need to do. And then we have to have them, they have to be measurable. It has to be something where you have accountability, where you can say, okay, I'm going to have to, if I need to upgrade some of my skills, how long is it going to take me? If I need a certificate, how long does the certificate take? Is it 6 months? Is it 8 months? Will I be able to meet this goal? If you always put yourself a time gap. You have to be able to know how long is it going to take so that you can measure if you're on time, if you're on target, or if you're falling behind. It has to be something attainable. Let's say if they say the position that you're looking for maybe needs someone that has a bachelor's degree and you're not there yet. How long would it take you? So again, something that's attainable, something that you'll be able to say, I'll be able, if I'm already in taking some college classes, and I'll be able to complete this in 8 months or 1 year. Again, what is the time that you're looking? Is it attainable? Is it something you can do? Can you afford to do this or take the time? If you need to have additional certifications and you're working full time right now, would you be able to get that? How long will it take you? Again, if it's going to be cost effective, how much do you need to have savings to pay for it? So all the things that we have to determine, and it's all based on us. It's like whatever I do, I have to make sure that depending on my family, am I going to be able to meet whatever requirements I have here in my household, or what would work for you? And this is why we mean what attainable, something that you can measure, something that can be attained, and you won't feel like, oh, I said I was going to do this and I couldn't do it. No, you can make also small goals so that you can get to where you need to go. They have to be relevant, a step by step, so that you don't feel pressured, but you know that as you're moving forward, you're meeting your goals and you're moving to the career path that you want. Time bound. Again, how much time do you have? How much time in the day do you have? If you're going to have to enroll in classes, or maybe you're going to have to, if they need more experience, does this mean maybe you can volunteer in a position, in a place where you can learn and you can use that as experience, as relevant experience? Do you have the time to do that? Making connections with people to find out, how am I going to get to meet the goal that I want? Dedicate time to work toward your goals every day. In order for us to meet goals, remember the first thing, they have to be specific, they have to be measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound, so that you can track your success and how you're moving forward, but at the same time, know where you're at, and not to feel too pressured, like you're saying, oh, I'm not going to be able to make this. This is too much work. That's why you're the only one that knows how much time you can give yourself and how you can keep accurate track so that you have the best results for the position that you're looking for. Okay. Something here too, becoming employed ready, updating your resume. This is essential. We have to have an updated resume. And when I'm talking about your updated resume, keep in mind, some of the companies really like to see a chronological resume. The chronological resume will show you the history of your employment. How long have you been in a company? If you had 3 or 4 different positions in it, it says how you were moving forward and you were moving to different positions. It also lets them know if you have a gap in employment. Maybe you took a break to take care of the family, or something happened, and maybe you went to school and you took some time off to maybe get a certification or complete your master's or complete something that you're working towards. Make sure that you have that information. You also have to have, depending for the position that you're applying for, sometimes you can have a chronological resume or you can have a combined resume. Combined resume would be directed at the position that you're looking for with a previous experience, maybe not right now, but you have relevant experience in the position you're applying for. And if they ask you, how come we see a gap and you haven't been working maybe for 2 years, and you can say, if you have, this is what prepares you to it. Well, I was going to school and I got this certification, or I was volunteering to get more experience, but you have an answer for the gaps that you have in your resume when it's a combined resume, okay? Also, something very important, after you have your resume, one of the things that I'm going to tell you, make sure that it's spell checked. Make sure you don't have pictures or a lot of font, because what happens when you scan the resume and you have a lot of graphics on it, it actually moves everything in different ways that when they read it, they can't really read your resume. That's why the reasons they don't want to have pictures in the resume or a lot of fonts, because it's not legible after they scan it. One thing also to keep in mind, when they do ask you for your list of professional references, sometimes we have to put this in the application. The application is a legal document. Whatever you say or put in your application for employment, remember, it's a legal document. You cannot lie there. If they're asking you, if you say you have a certificate, that's fine. You have to have the certificate, because if they are going to interview you and they do offer you a position, they'll be asking you for the proof and the certificate so they can see them. So always be truthful when you're doing an application. On your professional references, this is something to keep in mind. Sometimes we forget to let the person we're using as a reference know that we're applying for a position, and we don't call them or let them know. And I'll give you an example. This actually happened to one of my best friends. We worked together for many years. She's an excellent worker, excellent person. And when we left, we went separate ways. And she asked me, Sylvia, could I ever use you as a reference when I start applying for a new position? And I said, sure, just let me know, of course. Years passed. It'd been like 4 years, and I was working and I get a call. And the gentleman said, hi, I'm so-and-so, and I'm just calling I need some information of this person. Well, I don't give information of anybody to anybody in the phone unless I know why. And I was a little bit taken back because I didn't know why he was asking me for this person. And I said, I'm sorry. I said, can you elaborate a little bit more? What is this in regards to? Because you don't disclose information from anybody, just when somebody calls you. And then he went very quiet. And I said, hello. And then he said, I'm sorry. I said, it seems that the person didn't contact you. And I was still a little bit concerned because I didn't know what he was referring to. And then he said, the person applied for a position with us and you were listed as one of the references. And I felt so bad. And I said, I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah, she's a great person. I started going on. but he knew right away that the person had not contacted me. And that's why I was not given the information. So when we give someone as a reference, please make sure that you call that person, text them, or let them know I applied for ABC company for this position. I gave you as a reference. So please let me know if you have any questions. I said that we're going to be calling or following up soon. Again, let me know if you have any questions, and thank you again for your time and for the reference you're providing for me. If we don't do that, sometimes people, not because they want to be mean, but they don't know, they might not be able to give the information and they're not prepared for the phone call. So that's why it's very important for you to update your reference list, make sure you have the correct phone number, the correct information. So when they contact someone, it comes out clear. And never give someone as a reference if you don't have a good rapport with that person. It's like someone once said, I wasn't getting along with my supervisor. And when they asked me, they wanted to know if they could talk to my supervisor. And I said, sure. And I gave them the name. And unfortunately, the reference they got from the person wasn't good. Again, there's different supervisors we work through our lifetime sometimes. But if you have not a good rapport with that person, give them the name of the person that you work well and you have a good rapport, and they'll be supportive of the position that you're applying for. Those are just a few tidbits that I have because I know I've seen that happen too. Also, make sure again, and be aware of if you agree to that they agree to be in your reference, because sometimes you may say, can you be my reference? And you don't get a reply. That might not be good. If they're hesitating to say yes to be a reference, maybe you should see if you can get somebody else so that you have good references coming through. And also practice your interview skills. We have resume workshops that we also offer online here. And we have interviewing skills, and we can do mock interview skills with you on Zoom. Now everything is done on Zoom. So just remember, contact your work readiness specialist and see if they can schedule you maybe a 15 or 20-minute interview skill workshop. You haven't done it. And that would be something that can also assist you, especially get you prepared when you're looking to obtain a new position. Get help from others. Tip people about your career goals, and they'll give you some feedback. Networking with people you know and asking for introductions to people they know. Sometimes we may not know the people that we need to contact, but some of your friends might know them and they can introduce you to them so you can get professional information. Also join professional organizations in the desired field that you're looking for. That can also open the doors for you because most of the employment happens by networking. And when I mean networking, you can be networking when you're in the store. Sometimes, well, right now it's different because we have a 6 feet of separation. But I've had, when you get in the gathering, letting people know that you're looking for a new position, letting them know what you're interested in, you might be surprised at how much information you can get from people, and they can give you job leads. And this is also really well because they get to know you and they know that you're looking, they'll keep you in mind. Attend events hosted by professionals in the desired field that you're looking for. If you know of an event or a recruitment or something that's taking place, attend that and see how you can get more information of what you need for the field that you're interested in. Work with your work readiness specialist to identify opportunities. Like we're always putting out all the recruitments, Zoom workshops. We also have financial skills workshops and other services that are offered to the community so that you can become and maintain yourself involved and informed of what's taking place. So these are great ways, but networking is the number one that I would say for you to move forward and get information when you're looking for a new position. Now, here are some of the career exploration resources that I believe would be really well for you because, like, for example, ONET Online is one of my favorite websites. The reason I like it, you can get information, for example, what is the job description? What does it entail? How much do they pay with experience, with no experience? What are the educational requirements? If it's something like if you have to lift something 40 or 50 pounds, depending on the positions that you're looking for, it gives you all the information. It also lets you know the growth. If if this position is growing or if it's not, what are the changes coming? And it prepares you more and it lets you know exactly step by step what you have to do and what you have to know for that position. And sometimes that can be a game changer. If you see that there's no more growth in that position, is there something else that you would like to focus in? Something that's similar and that you have transferable skills to the other positions that you see and other positions that are similar, but they have more growth. Career one stops. The one stops also offer a lot of trainings. They assist you with job search. They work closely with employment development department, and they can also assist you if there's trainings that come through them and you're one of their participants and you're already enrolled with them. They can also assist you and they can also provide the support that you need. So this is another website that I always encourage because you can get a lot of assistance through them. Now, you can also go to Bureau of Labor Statistics Occupational Outlook handbooks. One of the things with the Outlook handbook is that remember, this information that's put in the books, it was done on the previous year, and things change so fast that sometimes when we look at them, a lot of these things have actually changed. The demand on the occupations, like right now, everybody knows, and it's what's always been high. The medical field is always one that is always in need of good. You can start with a CNA, move forward to an LBN or a registered nurse. And there's a lot of positions that don't even go there. You can be front desk, back desk, assistant. Um, and there's also a lot of lines that you can see they pay really well in the medical field without ever being sometimes I used to say, I don't want to work in the medical field because I don't want to see blood. Not true. I could have been working where they do the x-rays. I would never see blood, but I never thought about it. So there's things that occupations that you sometimes we shut down because we don't research the whole field. So whenever you're researching, always make sure that you see it with an open eye, see all your opportunities you have. And I think sometimes when we say we can do it or there's too many limitations, I want you to remember this. The only limitations we have are the limitations that we put on ourselves. Because if we say we can't do it, nobody can make you do it because we already are saying we can't do it. So remember, the limitations that we have are the ones we put on ourselves. And sometimes we have to be more open to see what else can we do? How can we grow? What are the things that you're passionate about? That sometimes when you're working in a field and you're passionate about what you do, even if you're working extra hours or working on Saturday or Sunday, yes, you're tired, but the satisfaction that you get of doing what you enjoy outweighs the extra work. So sometimes we also remember we have to take a job to get to the position where you want to go. And I call those little like stepgaps. You're taking a position to make your payments, to pay your rent, to pay your car, whatever payments that you have coming, but you're still working to your end goal, to that position that you want to see yourself in. And you have to start by dreaming. If I want a position, what do I have to get? Go back to your SMART goals and start tracking it. And make sure that you stay on task and be resilient because that's the only way you're going to get where you want to go. And nobody can do that for us. That's the only thing we can do for ourselves. But just remember, you have no limitations. You can move forward. You can do what you want to do. Just believe in your heart and know that you're going to get there. If you need assistance and guidance, you can also get that. We have so much opportunity nowadays. Just going online and getting resources, exploring what other resources you have, it would be something that I would say go for it, but never sell yourself short. because you can always get to where you want to go. It may take a little bit longer time. For some people, it takes less. It's okay. You're not in a competition. This is your life and this is your dream. And you're going to get there when you know you're going to get there. As long as you have a plan, you will meet that expectation because I know you can do it. So these are some of the websites that you can utilize, but I think they're excellent for you too. Here are some more job search resources. Indeed, I love Indeed. They're always sending us really good job leads. Jobbing.com, jobs to careers. All the links that you see here, monster.com. They're all places where you can look for employment. One of the ones that I like in Indeed is because you can say how many miles you want to drive to that position. And then remember, if you're taking public transportation where you're looking for employment, sometimes I've had individuals that have accepted jobs that are like 30 miles from where they live and they're taking public transportation. That means they were taking the bus at 5 o'clock in the morning to get on a location at 8 o'clock in the morning. And if you take and count the hours that you to get there and come back, even though they're paying you a little bit more, if you're spending 5 or 6 hours in the bus and you have to pay for childcare, take in consideration of what you're doing. Maybe you can take a lower paying job that's closer to you and you'll be saving time and money. So there's a lot of things to consider, but always look at what's closer to where you're at so that you don't have to be traveling so much, because sometimes it's not even the distance, it's the traffic that we have. So a lot of these websites will give you information on that as well. But these are excellent websites where you can get information, especially when you're looking for employment and you're trying to find out some of the companies, what they're looking for and what they need. Okay. And let me go to the next slide here. Oh, that's my last. Questions or comments? Does anybody have any questions or comments that I might be able to assist?
Right now, Sylvia, I don't see anything, any questions in the chat box.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to say, if there's no questions, I just want to say thank you so much. It's been a pleasure being with you today. And please join us next week when we start again with the RHA recruitment, and then on Wednesday with the financial workshop that we have. And I look forward to seeing you. Well, seeing you, I know you see your names and everything, but thank you so much. And thank you, Anna, for being here with us and everybody for attending, and have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Sylvia.
Sylvia.
Great job.
Bye. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Excellent presentation, Sylvia. Thank you.
Thank
Really
you.
great.
Thank
Very
you, ladies.
motivating.